Tax schedules are the taxes you collect on your sales or pay on your purchases. They're made up of one or more tax codes. These tax codes are the different sales taxes that are applied to your transactions, such as an invoice or a purchase order. You assign these tax schedules to your customers and vendors. By doing this, each time one of these customers or vendors is involved in a transaction, SIMS is able to calculate the appropriate taxes for that transaction. Here's a tax schedule for British Columbia, and here are the tax codes that make up this tax schedule. As you can see, there are two taxes applied to most items that are sold in the province of British Columbia, the PST and the GST. Let me show you how to set up a tax schedule. The tax schedule I want to set up is for Washington State, specifically the sales tax charged in the city of Bellingham. I'll type in my code and description. And then click the Insert button. Now I'll click the Tax Details tab. Here's where you add the taxes, in other words tax codes, that make up your tax schedule. I haven't created the tax code for Washington State yet. There is only one. I'll do that right now. I'll click the ellipsis button. Type a code for my tax. Whatever you type here, this code appears on your transaction as the name of your tax. Enter a tax percent and description. And then in the client list, select the tax agency this tax is owed to. The client list is simply a list of your vendors. You add your tax agencies, such as the Department of Revenue for Washington State, the IRS, and so on, to the vendor manager. They then will appear in this list. I'll close this window, select the tax I just created, and then click Add. To charge a tax on freight, you would select this option. If a tax is applied to other taxes that make up your schedule, then you would select this option. Use these arrows here to arrange the order your taxes are applied to your transactions. The order your taxes are applied is important if you have a tax that is applied to another tax. In other words, a tax on tax. To summarize, I created a tax schedule for Washington State and then created the single tax code that makes up this tax schedule.